I think it's essential that we have really a well-developed, high-quality professional development system in place to guide our teachers, to help our teachers become better at what they're doing in regard to all of the things that the state is requiring us to do. So professional development, they think, is key, and they want to know what our school is doing as far as setting up good professional development for the future. They realize that common time is essential for teachers to do their work. And they want to know how we're going to build in some common time for those teachers in our school next year and in the future, so that departments might meet on a regular basis to discuss the matters at hand that are so important regarding teaching and learning. They want to know about the evaluation system. They saw what we were doing. They thought we needed some work to be done as far as that goes. And that's true. But at the same time, this will parlay or be parallel with what the state is doing now with the new evaluation system, which they are putting into place in the very near future. I want to thank Dr. DeLuro, who has really been involved in that process for a while now. And he's got our high school involved as one of the schools that are out there testing the system. So we've had several meetings with BRIDE representatives over the last few months in particular, where we've looked at this new evaluation system through the eyes of administrators and through our teachers. And we looked at what's working and what's not working. How do we work out the kinks in this new system so we can be better prepared for it when it is unveiled and required for us, possibly as soon as September of this next school year. So they want to know what's going on with the evaluations, but as I just said, the whole state is going through a new evaluation system which will be in place shortly, which we'll answer to them about. School-wide rubrics are always a concern when the visiting committee comes in, not only in academic areas, which we have, but in the social and civic areas, which we think are important to us too. How do you measure social and civic growth among your students, and what kind of a rubric do you establish for that to happen? They also want us, and they know that this is going on, to continue to review the special education population in our school, which they found to be a high percentage of kids in special ed. And they want to make sure that all of our kids are getting what they need. And whatever process we delineate to look further at that particular designation of special ed and IEP, who deserves it and who does not need it, and they handle all the expectations for all of our kids in the future, they think is very important. Because it's harder to graduate from high school now than it used to be. It's not just proving the credits to graduate, it's passing the state test for the class of 2014. It's also doing your electronic portfolio and making sure you do a good job on your end of course exams as far as we are concerned. Technology. They like what they saw, but there wasn't enough of it, they said. What advancements can be made in technology at the high school, like the tip of the iceberg? What are we going to be doing for technology in the future to help our kids be successful in our new century? And then they talk about capital improvements. Now, this is the area, too, where I would say there's some financial obligation at stake here. Because the capital improvements they look at is about a capital improvement plan to fix, modernize a number of our areas. They found the school very clean, very well maintained, but also very old, surprise, surprise. And therefore, as things break, how are they fixed? And in particular, they thought a capital improvement plan, they would like to see it at least, so that the school could be updated. It has to be updated. It could be modernized. And this is no surprise in the science labs, which we looked at before, in the auditorium, you all read the sound system in there, you've been there before, among other things, and our athletic fields, which get used by everybody. I think it possibly could use them and get worn thin very much so. And also in the way that we're going to address our heating and our ventilation system. And I know the school committee has already taken some steps along the heating lines, possibly for the future, but the ventilation concerns are a concern for them because it's a health and safety issue along the lines of them being fixed. And also short and long-term plans for the improvements in equipment, as I mentioned before, technology. They thought a lot of commendable work had been done. They realized that the system has been level funded for 3 years. The possibly might be, again, this report in February of next year, 2012, will address some of these issues. And what they're looking for is not the end all in the fixing of everything, but what kind of plan is going to be put in place so that you show improvement along the lines and you finally get to where you want to go. Overall, I think this is a very positive report. And I'm sorry for the process being elongated, but that's just the way it works. They visit us in October. The chair, when he leaves, he goes back and it's his responsibility to put the whole thing together. And then he came back to us and talked to the leadership team here and the steering committee and my fellow assistant principals just before February vacation to make sure he had it right. Because we had some things to talk to him about, some of the wording. He then went and sent it in, but the commission did not vote on this actually until the last week of March. And they voted on ours and 32 other schools, which we visited this past fall. And they then, when they did so, codified it, and now we're waiting for the official letter from them to say, okay, what is it exactly? But I called. And they told me what the letter was going to say, because I wanted to get to the school committee tonight to answer questions, but also to the community, because it's time to make this a public report. This will be the public unveiling of this particular report to you. There will be a copy of the whole 85-page report available at the high school, available in the superintendent's office, available usually in the town library. Our new library will have a copy of it too for people to look at if they want to read the whole report. But I just wanted to focus in with you on some of the highlights here. And some of the things that need to be done for the future. And, I've been through several of these now, both at schools I've been at before, but also on visiting teams. And I really think that we did a pretty fine job in preparing for this particular report. But I think we really have a good framework in place for the future, even before this report came out. I want to thank the superintendent, the assistant superintendent, for the work that's already been started and progressing. Because even though this is a high school report, accreditation really is a K-12 experience. So if we prepare our kids well in that process, by the time they get to high school, we'll be able to answer all of their needs and make sure we have the most efficient teaching possible. So any questions you may have?